Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Monday to you where you are. And if you're like me, your spring break is on, so I hope you get to enjoy it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. We have a very special book indeed, and we're reading Benny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged. Benny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged. And this one is written by the amazing ZETTA, ELLIOTT, and illustrated by Purple WONG. Good morning to you and welcome. I hope you enjoy this one. I hope you're ready for a good story. Benny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged. And of course, as we're reminded, this month is Autism Awareness Month. So we will try and read these books that we hope will be shedding light and also helping us understand a little bit more about autism. But I'm not sitting here as an expert or pretend to be an expert. No, I'm just somebody that is willing to learn, and I am here listening to what you're going to say and what you have to share as we learn this together. And of course, hopefully we bring in some shared experiences from people in our communities that are living this experience right now. So thank you for joining me on Storytime today. And I hope that this book is one that definitely moves you to think deeply, a little bit more deeply about this topic. Thank you for joining me today and welcome. Happy Monday to you wherever you are. And yes, indeed, let us remember to play our parts in our communities. Welcome to Storytime. Thank you for being here. And let us see who else is with us here today, joining us. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Abraham. How are you doing today? And Terry Kashweka, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. And you say, good morning. Of course, Abraham, love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. And you say, autism, seeing the world from a different angle. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Absolutely. And please do share those experiences that you have. They are valuable to us because I do not have all the information, and I believe that together we can keep sharing and keep encouraging each other, keep teaching each other for sure. Thank you so much for being here. Betty Graydon, good morning to you out in Florida. Thank you for being here on Storytime today. Absolutely love it that you're here. Good morning to you. Leona, how are you doing out in San Francisco? Thank you for being here. Good morning to you. And Andrea Marks, it has been a minute. Good to see you here on Storytime. Welcome back. I'm glad that our days have lined up today and you are here. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Leona in San Francisco. Good morning to you, Amanda, West, Sarah, and Nathan out in sunny, springy Illinois. Well, love it. Thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that it seems beautiful where you are right now. Beautiful weather. Enjoy it. It is cloudy out here in Oakland today, but still just great weather. Not too cold. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing that. Good morning to you, Sarah. Good morning to you, Nathan. And of course, good morning to you, Amanda. Thank you for joining us from Illinois. Keep enjoying that beautiful weather. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Roz Collins and Jack in Portland. How are you doing today? Thank you for being here. And Roz, I am so excited for our reading. So thank you for joining in, and I am glad you're here. Good to see you back, Jack. Thank you for being here. I hope you're enjoying good weather out in Portland as well. And I hope it is your spring break too, and I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you, Ross Collins and Jack in Portland. Thank you for being here. Good to see you back. Good morning to you, Sarah Forster. How are you doing? Of course, from Berlin Library in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. And I hope to catch your story time soon as well. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Yes, indeed. I hope you're having a good time where you are. And like I was saying when we started, we are reading this great book indeed. Benny doesn't like to be hugged. Yes, everybody is unique. Everybody is different. And it is in that diversity that we find beauty. So let us learn to appreciate, learn to try and understand what other people are going through. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy this book and we learn a little bit more. And of course, if you have any information that you love to share, as this is Autism Awareness Month, please do so, and we'll try and make sure that everybody out there gets to learn something from you. So thank you so much for being here. This one is written by ZETTA, ELLIOTT, and it is illustrated by Purple Wong and published by ROSETTA Press. So I hope you're ready for this one. You are in for a good story indeed, a heartwarming story, a beautiful story. Good morning to you and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so this week we will be reading a few books. That the first two are definitely autism focused, but then the next three after that are books that I thought still kind of relate to that topic, still kind of relate to the theme of the week, because we're still going to be talking about making those first steps. For example, trying to say hi and how that may be different for different people. So realizing too that there are many layers to everybody around us, and that the best that we can do is to give it our best, to strive to learn what people are feeling and try and understand what people may be going through. So thank you so much for joining in Story Time today, and I hope that this week we learn together and we push and encourage each other to be the very best that we can be. Thank you so much for being here, and good morning to you, Sarah Forster, as well, one more time in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here, and good morning all the way out in Zambia, Salim Pande. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Daisy. Good morning to you, Mapalo. And of course, good morning to you, Jonathan, as well. Hope you enjoy this wonderful story that we have for you today. Ellen Edwards, showing off your warm weather today in Illinois and Chicago. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy it, Ellen. Enjoy it. Good to see you here on Story Time, and I hope you're ready for this beautiful story that we have today. Benny doesn't like to be hugged. Let us get started with our story for today. And of course, a big thank you to ZETTA, ELLIOTT, for allowing us to read this book here on Story Time. A beautiful book indeed. Let us get started. Benny doesn't like to be hugged. And this one is written by ZETTA, ELLIOTT, illustrated by Purple Wong, and published by ROSETTA Press. And there's many other great works by ZETTA, ELLIOTT, of course. Benny likes trains that chug along the track. Do you like trains too? Benny likes to eat seedless grapes for his snack. Me too. Benny plays with quiet kids like Miko and Zach. But Benny doesn't like to be hugged. Benny likes cupcakes that aren't covered in sprinkles. Benny likes clothes that don't have any wrinkles. Benny can name the brightest star, and he knows why it twinkles. But Benny doesn't like to be hugged. Sometimes Benny cries when the room gets too loud. Sometimes he twirls away from the rest of the crowd. When I tell a joke, Benny doesn't always laugh, or doesn't always smile. And he can act fussy even every once in a while. Don't we all? But Benny's my best friend, and I like him a lot. If he needs things done a certain way, I don't give it a second thought. Because true friends accept each other just the way they are. And being different is what makes us unique, like a snowflake or a star. The end. Let's just read that one part last time. It says, because true friends accept each other just the way they are. And being different is what makes us unique, like a snowflake or a star. The end. Thank you so much for joining me today for that beautiful story. I hope you enjoyed it. That was Benny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged. And it is indeed, we celebrate our diversity. We celebrate those differences, and we also appreciate the lives that others are living. And remember that our communities are made up of so many different people with so many different conditions, so many different likes and dislikes, and so many things that affect each one of us. So it is up to us to take that step and try to understand. Try to understand. We may never fully understand what they're going through or what somebody else is going through, but we can try. We can give it our very best to try and understand what they are going through. So thank you so much for joining me for that one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that this has challenged you today to think about this and think about how we treat others. Thank you so much for joining me on Story Time today. I am glad you were here for that one. But remember again that we're back tomorrow with another story, and this time it'll be A Friend for Henry, and this one is by Jen Bailey and illustrations by Mika Song. So do join me for that one again tomorrow. Another great story talking about autism. So thank you so much for being here on Story Time today with me. I hope you enjoyed that one. Please do let me know where you are, and of course, I hope that where you are, you're trying your best to make your community the very best that it can be. Thank you so much for being here. I am glad that we had another story time today. And if you're here in Oakland and enjoying your spring break, please continue doing that. Enjoy it to the max. It is a little cloudy out there today, but still nothing that a little light jacket won't take care of. So please be out there. Go around, walk around if you can in your neighborhood where you are. That would be lovely. Thank you so much for joining me on Story Time today. Let us see who else joined us for Story Time. Thank you one more time. Ellen Edwards in Chicago, thank you for joining us today. Sally Mpande, Jonathan, Daisy, and Mapalo, all the way out in Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here on Story Time. Good morning to you. Love it that you're here. So true, so true. Good morning to you, Rose Collins. You say beautiful story and a lovely reminder of acceptance. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rose, for emphasizing that message. Thank you so much. And Jack in Portland, good morning to you. Thank you for being here, buddy. Good to see you back. Good morning to you. Thank you, Rosie, Sylvie, Ellie, and Gus in Pittsburgh. Thank you for joining us today. And Jenna, good morning to you as well. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope to see you for many more stories here on Story Time. Thank you so much, Jenna, Sylvie, Rosie, Ellie, and of course, Gus. Thank you for joining us from Pittsburgh, one of my favorite cities, of course. Thank you for joining in, and one day, hope to be back. And Ellie or Eli, help me. Hope I got that one correctly. Thank you for joining in. Sylvie, Rosie, Eli, and Gus. Thank you for joining us for Story Time. Thank you. Good morning to you, April Osborne. How are you doing today? And thank you to you, Jamison, as well, for being here on Story Time today. Happy Monday to you, and I hope you have a great week together. Thank you so much. Baby Bia, you are officially Mr. Limada's Zambian time. Yes, indeed. Thank you for joining in. You're hanging out with me too much. Thank you for coming in. Better late though, better late than never. I am glad you're here. Thank you for joining in Story Time. Good morning to you, Amanda Wortman, as well. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Terry McLeod Kasweka, you say great stories. Some of the most important people in Abraham's life have autism. It is very important to respect their boundaries. Absolutely. And learn, and respect when people tell you what they feel like should be happening. Let us respect and try to do that. Thank you so much for sharing that one, Terry McLeod, and of course, Abraham. And good morning to you, Harmony Beth. And you say, thanks for the story. Not only allow us to recognize our differences, but most importantly, to respect them. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Harmony Beth. Always appreciate your insight. Thank you so much for joining in and for sharing those stories. Ross Collins, thank you for sharing. Terry McLeod, Harmony Beth, and everybody else that joined in Story Time today. We'll be back tomorrow when we will be reading A Friend for Henry. Do join me for that one. If you remember it, we read it before, but it is an absolutely wonderful book and definitely one to bring back, especially this month, especially this week that we are bringing awareness to autism and encouraging each other to learn. Read some more, find out some more, talk to people, experience in your communities, and find out what you can do, what part you can play, how you can be an ally. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time, or how you want other people to show you to respect your wishes, or to respect your feelings, and how to approach, how to respect your boundaries, like somebody put it. Thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you again tomorrow when we're back with another beautiful story, and of course more learning for each one of us. Thank you so much for joining me in Story Time today. Good to see some old faces back. Enjoy your spring break if you're on spring break like me, but also just enjoy the week, enjoy this day to begin with. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, you won't just stop all the reasons. stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear it. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait